Hi, I'm Paul Begley. We're going to do part 2 on this Baghdad Catholic Church that was taken hostage yesterday, and 52 of the parishioners were murdered, and 67 others were wounded, and the Catholic priest himself, the priest of the church, was killed, murdered, cold blood, a bloodbath. As Major General Hussein Ali said, that it was like a bloodbath. Sunday evening, right at dusk, Muslim, militant, radical, hatred men went into a Catholic church with suicide vests on and grenades, as if they were going to blow the church up and kill themselves. What cowards! They never pulled one suicide vest. Cowards. Instead, what they did, they took their M16s and they shot and killed 52 of the parishioners. And they wounded 67 others. They left the priest, the father of the church, Our Lady of Deliverance Church in Baghdad, Iraq. They left him in a pool of blood, a martyr for Jesus Christ. Now the media has fallen asleep. No, I take that back. The media is deliberately now refusing to cover the truth. The truth is that radical Islam is all over the world. Radical Islam, radical Islamic militant theology is all over the world. It's not every Muslim, and it's not in every mosque. But the overall mentality is this: if you're not Muslim, you ain't nothing, and you're worthy of death. This is not the mentality of the Christian faith. It's not. This is a spirit. Now the Bible tells us in Matthew 24 that, nation shall rise against nation and kingdoms against kingdoms. Now what does that mean? Now when nations rise against nations, it's because they have conflicts, they have actual wars. And it might be over land or water or power or some type of, like Kashmir, where it's constantly in conflict with Pakistan and India. There's a reason. But when kingdom rises against kingdom, forget that you can erase all the borders to countries, because they mean nothing. Because this is a religious war. It's a jihad. They said it. The mother of all wars. It's a jihad. It is radical Islam against Christianity and Jews. Now, these bombs that were sent in the mail over the weekend, coming out of Yemen, and I'm going to go to a quick article on the Associated Press on that, just to tie it in with this, to prove the point of radical Islam. How many times do they got to prove it? How many buildings do they got to blow up? How many suicide bombs do they got to do in malls and kill people? How many schools they got to go in and massacre the children? How many churches do they got to walk in and kill the parishioners? How many towers, like the Twin Towers, do they got to take down? How many journalists like Daniel Pearl do they got to behead? How many of their own people will wear a suicide vest and walk into a crowded area and blow them all up just to get attention? I mean, radical Islam is to the point that if you die for Muhammad by killing people, 72 virgins are waiting for you in paradise. Well, can I tell you what's waiting for you? Waiting for you. The flame, where the Bible says, where the fire is not quenched, the worm dies not. In other words, your soul won't die. The smoke of your torment will ascend up forever and ever. No, listen to me, my Muslim brother. Murdering innocent people, whether they're Islamic, Christian, Hindu, their faith means nothing. Going around murdering people innocently. And don't start this thing about the United States occupation. Okay? That is a diversion. That is just a... You know and I know. Somebody had to fight back from 9/11. Don't even... It's insane what's happening. Okay, let me just read to you really quick. The Yemen bomb plot that's been going on. It looks like Al-Qaeda has become more organized, because this is a Time magazine article. It says that it's too early to panic. Really? This guy's an idiot. I wrote this article. But we should be seriously start wondering whether the bombs found on the airplane in Dubai and Britain are signs of a new, more dangerous wave of terrorism. He could have said Islamic militant terrorism. Because Homeland Security Secretary Janet Napolitano described the bombs as having all the hallmarks of Al-Qaeda. What do you mean, all the hallmarks? Al-Qaeda said they sent it from Yemen. But the more ominous truth is that these bombs have the hallmark of a higher degree of professionalism than we've ever seen come out of Al-Qaeda. So what? You don't think Al-Qaeda is teamed up with scientists now? This Islamic radical militant faith is spreading all over the world. They've come up with a new bomb that's very hard to detect. They're able to put it in suitcases. They're able to put it in different types of things. They're hiding it better. It's able to hide past these x-ray machines. That's why all these packages got sent. And where did they get sent? Where did they get sent? To Jewish synagogues in Chicago, Illinois, in the United States of America. Again, kingdom rising against kingdom. While the radical Islamic militants are sending bombs on our airplanes in packages by UPS to the hands of the synagogues to blow up what they hope to kill. If it blows up in a plane, blows the plane up, great. Allah, 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 Allah. If it gets to where it's supposed to and it kills the Jewish priest or Jewish rabbi when he gets it, Allah, 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 Allah. If militants strapped with suicide vests and hand grenades in their hands and M16 rifles charge into Our Lady of Deliverance Church, a Catholic church well known in Baghdad, has survived the war, and these people walk in, take the entire congregation of 120 people hostage, murder 52 of the people there, including the priest, the man of the cloth, the clergy, the mediator, the representative of God himself. No regard for him, the parishioners, and wound 67 others. That means one person left out of that church without being hurt. Only one parishioner did not get hurt. Do you not understand we're in a spiritual war? It's Muslims versus Christians and Jews. Muslims against Christians and Jews. It's not a joke. And where's the media? Now this morning, honest to God, I watched 3 hours of television. I watched all 3 major news networks. Not one mention of the Our Lady of Deliverance Church in Baghdad was ever breathed from anyone. No report. Not even CNN. I have to go to the internet and hunt it down on Reuters and on Associated Press and on Afghan news. I have to go deep into other countries to even get any kind of resemblance of a recollection of what happened. Why isn't the American media covering it? Whose side are they on? Who's ordering not to cover that story, but to tell me about Christine O'Donnell, whether or not, she was a witch or not? Who cares what Keith Olbermann thinks about Sarah Palin? People, we're sick and tired of watching Dancing on the Stars, the mindless, brainless MTV and Snooki on Jersey Shore. I mean, we are becoming idiots in America. We're becoming idiots. We snort our coke, we smoke our joints, we drink our beer, we party, while the blood of innocent Christians flow down the streets of Baghdad. They flow off the altar of the priest lays there in front of the altar, slain, prostrate before God. I'm Paul Begley. I'm very, very upset. Al-Qaeda. There's a way to fight a war, and it's not the way we've been fighting it. I mean, we're fighting it, but it's not the way I would have fought it. No. If I was fighting this war, if I was in charge of this war, when I was done, there'd be no enemy left to fight. I'm Paul Begley. We need to pray. We really need to pray for the souls of men.